This is take 2. We lost one in the archives. This may be the 4th time, 5th time, but guess what? We kept it moving. We got back up. Right. My dad used to say his saying was no excuses, do the work.
That's right.
You know that things happen. We just we got to provide the content. This is what we're doing.
That's right. Recording at 10:30 at night for you.
For the soldiers. This one's dedicated to the soldiers. Everybody in the service, from the front lines to the fry cooks. Am I right?
That's right. You said it right, dude. We don't quit here. So welcome to the Easy Side update, May 30th, 2022. We got episode 20. Let's go, dude.
Let's go. Young and feisty, am I right?
That's right. We are 10 away from the goal. We got 30 on the horizon. Excited for that moment. But how are you this week, Bubba?
Pretty good. How could you not be happy? It's Memorial Day. We're living for the soldiers.
That's right.
Shout out to the Link Marines. Thank you for your service.
That's right.
All right, so we'll get into the quote. Blood, sweat, and tears, homie, I am made of it. Finish the class if you think nothing about it. Oh, I hate that. That's what it is, but that's what...
Think about it. Thinking about it. Nothing about it.
All right, so the quote, we got Kid Cudi, the guy from Cleveland.
Right.
Blood, sweat, and tears, homie, I am made of it. Oh, no. One more. All right, so for the quote this week, it was Kid Cudi. Blood, sweat, and tears, homie, I am made of it. Finish the class if you think nothing about it. Tell him like Grandpa, you don't know nothing about it.
Let's go.
We got that new. Grandpa might not know. He might think that this is just crazy internet money, but here we are.
Here we are, dude. Getting that new. So let's just start with the right energy and bring everyone into the same vibe. We are not going to zero. The world is not ending, and we are only beginning. The world is not perfect, nor does it revolve around you. What I can tell you is when a united cause brings the masses together, we can do anything. And then shout out to you for this edit on this paragraph, because this is the best sentence in the paragraph. Crypto unites the world through blockchain technology and empowers the people. And what is more exciting than that? So I think, the first part of the quote, shout out to Kid Cudi, Cleveland, Ohio, our guy. Blood, sweat, and tears, homie. I'm made of it. At this point, you are definitely made of the blood. Definitely could say the sweat. And for the real ones, definitely the tears. So, homie, if you're part of Too Easy, you're made of it.
Yes, sir. There's only one way. That's to put in the work.
That's right.
Blood, sweat, and tears, homie.
Blood, sweat, and tears, homie, I'm made of it.
That's right. So trust the process. Keep the process easy. Just, step by step. You know the fundamentals. Very, very key here. So just, if you haven't been doing anything before, you said it great last week. You're like, if you bought $50 at the top, that, say that $50 is only worth $5 right now. If you put $50 in right now at that, while it's worth only $5, imagine what that would be worth when it goes back up to, where your original investment was 50.
1,000%. And back to the quote, like Kid Cudi said, tell him like Grandpa, you don't know nothing about it. We look around, we got this tweet that talks about how volatile Bitcoin is, and that scares everybody away. But shout out to one Mark Moss. He says year-to-date declines. We got Bitcoin at down 37%, Meta down 44%, Netflix down 68%, Tesla at 37%, Amazon 34%, Shopify getting slaughtered. What an altcoin, down 75%. Even Google's down 25%. So, hey, maybe Grandpa does get it, at least since this year, since 2022. Like we were talking about. I didn't know if that chug was going to be in the audio or not, but let him know. That was vodka.
That was pure vodka.
But yeah, so Grandpa, maybe he might know about it with the stock market. It is just as volatile as Bitcoin. So we'll see. Shopify, the altcoin. The world is kind of feeling the pain. The government is trying to get their stimulus check back. They're like, hey, that wasn't permanent. And we saw a little artificial pump like from 2020 because nobody could leave the house. So we were all like, all right, let's just invest our money. And now they kind of want it back. But, like the chart says, everything's down. We're all feeling the pain. Inflation, we'll see the interest rates continue to increase likely. And we'll just keep it moving.
So real quick, Shopify, the altcoin, and Netflix, the altcoin. The thing is in the stock market, you're dealing with such a higher market cap than all of the cryptocurrency altcoins, except for Ethereum and Bitcoin. Now there are some, that are in the billions with an extreme, healthier market cap compared to others. But in the stock market, we're talking, we're talking billions and billions of dollars in value. Definitely Netflix, and Netflix down 68%. Shopify down 75%. Look, let the SEC say whatever they want to say.
Right. And, the Russian war, all of that being included. I don't know how much we can actually blame on Putin's price hike, but we got Russia in the news to start it off. It says,
love that.
Russia actively discussing digital currencies for international trade. I did like that you clarified your stance that you are not pro-Russia, right?
Yes. No, absolutely not. I'm definitely not pro-Russian, but Russia knows that if they can bypass the United States on forms of payments, that will undermine the power of the U.S. So I talk about this part right here, talking about freedoms being taken away all around the world. And sanctions was technically the freedoms of Russia being able to do business and international trade utilizing the dollar, right, or different currencies. And so when these sanctions are put into place, they can't do these transactions. So Russia is literally going to go around and bypass the United States on forms of payments, and that will undermine us as an economic power. Us here in the United States like to become complacent and reliant on our government when it is we the people that rule this nation. We cannot stifle innovation when our enemies embrace it. Crypto equals freedom. So, I don't understand why we would look at this and let our adversaries become more successful at it than us. So, we'll see. We'll see how this race goes down. New space race.
Yep. And I just want to clarify, I am not pro-Russia either. But I do think that this news is bullish because it's showing that you can't stop Bitcoin and you can't ban crypto. Yeah. And it brings out like one of my favorite benefits of this market is that you can take the power out of the governments to control and manipulate the economy. Yes, they are technically avoiding sanctions, but I guess that's just proof that it actually works. And it's not like cryptocurrency is aiding Putin to, feel the relief of war crimes. But when nobody can control the economy and, print 80% of the current economy in a 2-year span, and, now we're seeing the repercussions of that in America and them getting the money back. But, you transition from that and you have an alternative which runs off the laws of physics with Bitcoin. So, I trust engineers and not politicians, and, it kind of sucks that that's the narrative that's probably going to be thrown around is that they're using Bitcoin to avoid the sanctions. But, hey, the U.S. can use that transparency of the blockchain to our benefit. If they're really avoiding sanctions, it's probably something we don't want them to be doing. But with the transparency of the blockchain, you can see the receiving end, you can track that down, and you can see exactly who it's going to, where, when it's leaving, and who's on the receiving end.
It's almost like you want them to use crypto. It's like, all right, and that brings up a real quick talking point. Oh, well, crypto's it's not really secure. You can see where any transaction goes, all that transparency, and it's like, that's where people get this all kind of screwy. It's like, It's the payment network system, right, that is decentralized. And because of the transparency behind it, it could allow us to, keep politicians accountable. I mean, these are conversations we're not having for some reason, and it's like this is a huge opportunity as not like United States citizens, but world citizens, keeping our leaders accountable and knowing where the money's going instead of them getting all this dirty money. We can clean it up a little bit. So the transparency is good in that sense. And I think people are, well, you can see every transaction. Why would you want that? Well, why wouldn't you want that? I mean, just straight up, if I give you Bitcoin for the deed to your house, and that's recorded on the blockchain, and we can get that stamp of approval forever on the blockchain. So, real quick, segue into the next part. It's incredible because China is a great example of the people saying, you know what, we're going to do it anyways. So China tries to ban twice. They should probably just keep trying, whatever. Third time's the charm. But they're still the second largest country mining Bitcoin. Yet here we are, they're pushing the digital yuan down the throat of their citizens. And thank God there's a few people, I guess, in Washington that are waking up and understanding that the thing about cryptocurrency is keeping tyrannical governments out of our finances. So when a country bans it but their people embrace it, we here in the United States need to recognize that and act upon it. So cool. Hey, Washington, hold it down, friend.
1,000%. And the article says 3 Republican senators are attempting to prohibit platforms from hosting apps that enable transaction in China's digital yuan over fears it could be used to spy on U.S. citizens. And then they're claiming that it's a matter of national and economic security. But I think my only takeaway from this was, to say, watch what they're saying about, the digital yuan, because essentially a CBDC in the U.S. would be very similar to that. So all of the negatives that they're saying can be reflected for a CBDC as well. So, they're going to try to sugarcoat it and make these negatives sound like a positive when it's something that we want. When the dollar goes digital, the government is always right, is what people think. And, just don't let them twist and turn this concept right here.
Stable coins have to be decentralized. That is a must. And the reason for that is simple. So that we can do our transactions and tyrannical governments can't tell us and take from us too much, and taxation without representation. The great thing about cryptocurrency is being able to work your way around taxation without representation. That's the truth. Okay? And Washington, D.C. and the Indian government and Russia and China are all trying to figure out how they can get the most out of cryptocurrency, not to benefit their people, but to benefit the government. That is the truth. And so when you have the situation or scenario that happens in countries like China, it should not make people go, oh, Bitcoin only. It should be making people out in the streets screaming crypto is freedom. God, dude, it's the naiveness of Bitcoin maximalists and traditional markets. It makes me proud to be a part of all these other communities. It's like, you know what? Yeah, you guys, I can't wait for y'all to eat your words. There's plenty of other opportunity out here that's going to transform the world, and for you to try to squander that because of your own greed or your, own narrative, that's pathetic. How did Bitcoin get started? How did the dollar get started? The dollar had to have the same route, right? People probably thought it was paper currency. Or what? Come on. So,
and I think all these governments should take a note from Portugal. Portugal says no to crypto tax. So they voted down 2 bills that would have imposed capital gains tax on cryptocurrencies similar to the U.S. So I thought what I liked about this article was just got into the background of how Portugal, started and how they're continuing to go about it. So, hey, if anybody's listening in the White House, this is a good example of what you should be doing for the people. So, retail digital assets trading in Portugal is not considered investment income and has been tax-free since 2018. By comparison to traditional financial investments, which are taxed as capital gains at 28%, which I think we can all agree is 28%. We were joking before recording, and I was like, okay, can we not just be honest, 28% gain off of my risk? That's a bit ridiculous. I mean, I'll be nice and 10, but at this point, I'm like, hey, we've always been trying to cut out the middleman and take more home for us.
For us.
Yep.
Why not?
And,
Why not? Oh, that's greedy. That's not fair, bro. Get out of my face. You know what I'm saying? The land of the free, home of the brave, bro.
Right. And since 2019, crypto is a form of currency in their eyes, and thus any profits for sales or mining are exempt from capital gains tax.
Love that.
And they're really moving forward, and they don't want to, they want an incentive to grow the crypto industry.
The United States really needs to pay attention here and incentivize the crypto community instead of discouraging it. The real key takeaway from this is the finance minister saying, hey, there will be a capital gains tax on crypto, and then the governing body voting it down. The few do not stand a chance against the many. So this was really cool. And not only Portugal, we had Turkey apparently waking up again. You said something last recording, that opened up my eyes. You're kind of like, oh, they're just trying to figure out how to get from the bigger players and get as much as they can for taxes. Is that what you're saying?
Right. So when I was reading through it, it just says that Turkey is presenting draft legislation to regulate the Bitcoin market. And then one of the things that stuck out about the proposal is, it's a requirement that companies have a minimum of 100 million of their currency, essentially. And, I was just like, oh, wow, they're going to use them as an example. I mean, they're looking for a way to stick their hands in and get some of that capital gains. And, I wouldn't be surprised if that's how we're looking at it right now in our country, but we'll see. We're just hoping everybody listen to Portugal, do what they're doing, because, that's what the people want. And these are just two totally different perspectives. I think if anybody can benefit, Turkey can benefit from cryptocurrency, especially if Bitcoin is as flawless. I just mentioned it runs off the laws of physics, and, you take the power of the economy away from whatever entity you would say runs it. And, it just goes into Turkey's statistics. So they're suffering from inflation. They have annual increases of 35% in healthcare, 27% in education, 26% in clothing and footwear, and 18.71% in communication. And that's the increase for all those goods due to just inflation alone. So, you add Russia acting wild, and it's going to make things harder for those people. As far as Turkey, I thought it was dry and boring, just like Thanksgiving turkey.
Speaking of legends, there is a sleeping giant in the financial community that validates how important crypto is, and that is JP Morgan. I told you earlier, JP Morgan has had their hands in so many different things with cryptocurrency, but it's like hitters. So they had their hands in Zcash, they had their hands in MetaMask, and here they are coming out, making another statement about cryptocurrency, and saying this week JP Morgan replaced their preferred alternative asset as crypto instead of real estate. I mean, come on. Our country's probably most valuable asset in this nation has got to be our real estate. And they're coming out here going, you know what? I think we got something more valuable than real estate right now. So what do you think about that?
I mean, I totally agree, and that's what they're seeing. It says their price target for cryptocurrency is 28% above its current price. I mean, hey, I'll take a 28% gain, but they're still just used to the stock market or something. I mean, 28%. We better see like some 300s, at least if you're playing the game right.
Yeah.
But one relieving like part of the article was, even JP Morgan is saying that this looks like this month's crypto market correction looks more like a I thought it was a different word.
Capitulation.
That's the word. That's the word.
I think it's capitulation.
Yep.
Capitulation, but capitulation.
I learned how to say interoperability, and now I got a new word. But either way, going forward, we see upside for Bitcoin and crypto. That makes me feel great. I mean, I was telling everybody last week, I'm like, we got crypto all over these NBA playoffs. It's literally everywhere. There's a lot of commercials. I'm like, okay, why are you scared right now?
Yeah.
Not all these companies didn't put big money in just to have it sit here at 29K.
Yeah. And then not to mention, you have institutional investors, like I said earlier on, coming out here and acting like loud money and saying, oh, hey, we're seeking safe havens in crypto products amid market uncertainty. What'd you say earlier? We want to know what these crypto products are.
Oh, right. Were you talking about the institutional investors?
Yeah.
I was like, hey, so all you talked about was, the inflows of money coming in off your investments. And I'm sitting here looking around like, hey, I think we're doing pretty good with crypto. Definitely accumulating, but they're talking gains. And I'm like, all right, what are you doing, partner? I need to know these products because it says, they're just discussing multi-crypto investment products saw inflows totaling 9.7 million for last week alone. This has brought the total assets under management to 185 million for multi-crypto investment products, while the total inflow make up 5.3% on a year-to-date basis. So I was like, yeah, so somebody's making money in crypto, and I know them traders are, but let me know about these products. That sounds good.
Yeah, absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Right. So I was thinking of the Nelly song when I was thinking of institutional investors when I just keep saying So I'm getting ready because I'm changing accents. Midwest swang, I'm talking Nelly. So he says, Bill Gates, Donald Trump, and institutional investors, let me in now. Let me in now. That's how I felt. And then it gave me an opportunity to shout out our lawyer. Shout out to Christian because he was always a lawyer at heart. Whenever I'm thinking of Nelly and the Saint Lunatics, I just think about there's like a bar in the song where he goes, call me Jeff Gordon, Black SS with the navigation. And I would say that, and he just would look at me on the way home where we're walking home from school, and he's like, that could be really racist, man. So ever since then, I was like, oh.
So fast that I know what song you're talking about, but because you said it so fast, I don't know what song that is.
Black SS Country Grammar.
Is it Country Grammar?
So that's where I was going because I was like, when I was making my notes, I was like, I'm seeing a lot of opportunity. I got to shout out Nelly.
Yeah.
And then shout out Christian as well. I was gonna shout out what's her name? I was gonna shout out Katie Morgan just because I didn't want to shout out the JP Morgan guy. I know you're disappointed I have to talk about it again, but I wasn't cool with the JP Morgan CEO because of the Epstein stuff. So I was like, screw that. But it led to this great transition because I was like, speaking of our favorite perverts, we have Elon Musk news this week, of course. And then it was like a because, that news kind of died quick. And it was like a great montage because then it takes you back to the Epstein comment. And then I was saying die quick. And then I was like, dang, JK, Hillary Clinton.
Thank God our audience isn't to where we're going to go missing.
As soon as we get 100K followers, they're going to definitely just off me.
No more Hillary Clinton jokes.
All right. But Epstein's fine. But anyway, back to our favorite pervert. It was more of like a joke at the Elon Musk stuff,
Yeah.
The accusations.
It was so crazy. He's like, comes out and he goes, yeah, so I used to vote this way, but these people have gotten so crazy and so weird that I'm definitely not voting that way anymore. This is the way I'm voting. Watch them attack me. And then, bro, it's like, I mean, all the couple weeks before that, especially with the Twitter thing and freedom of speech and like, talking common sense, people were just very quick to start trying to pin something against him, dude.
Yeah.
And, that was the sad thing about Joe Rogan. And it's like, you've seen Joe Rogan with all those different fighters. That man is diversified in culture. That man knows every type of background you could possibly think of in people in the world. That man is diversified culturally. And so when they dug deep enough and finally found something, anything, dude, they exploited that to the extreme. And it's like, Dave, I loved with Dave Portnoy that I think it was a sexual allegation thing or something to do with something.
Yeah.
And
it was like harassment. Sexual harassment.
He comes out on the video and he's like, you guys came after a good fucking man. And you're going to find out what happens when you go after a good fucking man. Somebody that's kept their nose clean is a good fucking person. And, maybe I should stop using the F word here. But what I'm saying is like, they're going to lose. These people are going to lose. These screaming loudmouth social justice warriors that feel like they're fighting for a cause, but yet they won't go get a job that could benefit their life. Right? Just by simply starting anything. Doesn't even matter. It's like they want to immediately, when they get an opportunity, go out and start yelling and screaming about something that either A, they know nothing about, or B, that they've been taught to be thinking a certain way about something. Where, I mean, and it's like, it's great. It's great. Dude, I try to put a little light to this whole situation. Doge is here forever, and crypto is as well. We will have losers and winners, but honestly, I want to be on the winning side, which is inevitably freedom. Glad to see that I can buy some freedom merch using some freedom money, crypto. And, freedom merch, Tesla and SpaceX, terrible freaking joke, just as good as your Epstein one.
No, but I mean, mine was funny, yours wasn't. But they're still similar in some way, one way or another. They're both on the same podcast, so of course they were similar. Yeah. But yeah, like you said, I mean, and like we were just talking about with those topics, it's like the internet will find everything, and the internet brought us our meme coins as well. And the meme coins, they're trying to survive, and Elon's really carrying Doge over here. And Tesla merch, soon SpaceX, everything attached to Elon Musk, soon Twitter. We'll get some Twitter merch with Doge soon. I mean, the meme coin shall live on, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, the person that understands the power of the meme, holds the power of the internet. Speaking of meme coins, Shiba Inu, our favorite, brother.
Let's go. I know. We're ready. This is the Shiba Rant 3. If anybody was not following us in the early episodes, we had a Shiba Rant, and they were great.
They were fantastic.
Bubba Crypto's face was all red. I was like, dude, you need to drink a water after talking Shiba. At one point, I told you, dude, do you need to wipe yourself off? And now we're not even talking sweat. The guy was going nuts. Right. He was going nuts about Shiba Inu.
These nuts. Dude, what's better news than this? Okay, you can use your Shiba Inu in millions of different, what is it?
So with their partnership through XL Trip, I don't know if you've ever heard of them, but it's great news for the meme coin, and it gives the ability to use Shiba as a payment for 2.3 million hotels and over 450 airlines. So if that's not good enough, if you're like, I've never heard of it, well, you can spend Shiba and Doge at Gucci if you would like, if you're fancy. But for me, I'm like, should I just hodl my Shiba and just maybe wait until we can use it everywhere and Shiba's going to $10? Or, maybe right now, just book a trip to New York, stay in the Ritz-Carlton, and book it using 4.8 gazillion, 14 quintillion, 0.3 trillion Shiba Inu just to pay for my vacation, but we'll see. And I'm really hoping that I don't have to tip like that as well. But
yeah, dude, you know what's great is knowing that we've already recorded this entire episode and hearing you repeat your jokes and try to make sure that you get all of your jokes out.
I went extra with this time because I was like, Evan's expecting this. He's like, right, here we go. I mean, it was funny the first time. He's preparing his fake laugh. He's like, yeah, Shiba, tag me in.
Yeah, no, that's how it feels for sure. I'm real quick, break it down. Shiba Inu, it is a symbol of freedom, just like Dogecoin is. Dogecoin was made as a joke and became a real currency in the world and is being utilized. Shiba Inu, such an amazing similar story. The DeFi meme coin, do your homework and understand what Vitalik did with Shiba, and then you're going to understand why it holds so much value. These things are technology with meaning and purpose behind them, that spreads hope and financial freedom. So the quicker that clicks, the quicker you will be excited about the levels that we're at. So, but with go ahead.
I was just going to say, if you don't like meme coins, and then I was thinking you should read the Gordon Ramsay line, but you should do it in like an accent like him, please. So yeah, ready? Now we're gonna rewind it. We're gonna rewind it for the audience because I don't want them to get bored. And then, if you don't like meme coins, then you can do it. Read the GIF, dude. Read the GIF.
Oh, right. Oh, I can't. Then you can get the out of here.
Yeah. Now read it in an accent.
I don't know how to say it like Gordon. Get the out of here. No, that's a
yeah. I'm walking here. All right. Yeah. Shout out to me. I'm going to the East Coast this week, baby. I'm gonna pull up. Yeah. Well, I hope Uzi knows I'm going to Philly. Come hang with me. I got an eternal being. Not that they're worth anything, but I got one, bro. So Uzi, come hang out with me.
We're part of the squad. Ugh,
heck yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, excuse you. Wow. That yawn was for all the people that are sleeping on us, am I right?
That's right. Let me hit this part. At Too Easy Crypto, we hope to bring you joy, hope, and laughs that add not only to your portfolio, but your everyday life. Don't give up. We have come way too far, and we are only beginning.
That was beautiful. That was freaking beautiful. That's why all the Swifties are going to be Too Easy Crypto fans. And then if you're not Too Easy Crypto, then look at the Taylor Swift gift. Suck it.
That's right.
And I love saying suck it when she's like, doing it too. Like read it, look at it, and then say suck it when she's saying suck it. So yeah, suck it if you don't like Algorand. That's a lot of sucking,
right.
But
these nuts.
Yeah, you did say these nuts in the article. I was like, sure, man. I'll allow it this time. But hey, we got some Swifties in the house. We got some new fans because, of course, Algorand's carrying us to the top, and we're all Swifties together. All right, glad that rant is over because we're getting back to the crypto moves. So we got Bitcoin under 32K. Gotta love it. We saw some green today, which makes up because we were looking at each other. We were both away from the markets, and Thursday, Friday, I was like, "How they looking?" And you were like, "Really couldn't be worse." Kind of, stocks went up and we stayed down, and I was like, "Oh shoot!" So luckily, we'll have to check this correlation, but this is a good vibe, a good Sunday going into Monday. We'll see where we go.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. I think we got plenty of opportunity, obviously, man. So I love our pretty much. Sorry, fuck. I love our community, and I'm not talking about Too Easy Crypto. I'm talking about crypto, period. And at these moments right here, where people that don't know anything about it think it's stupid, but they were the ones that were getting involved in, joining groups and trying to share their opinions months ago. So it's just this is what I love about crypto is how quick it shakes out people that really aren't about it, you know? So Bitcoin under 30K. Hey, eventually this, Bitcoin being the transparent reserve currency of the world, I could see it because, I mean, we haven't built a payment networking system like this ever in history of mankind. So, what do you think's going to happen?
What do I think? Oh, we're going to zero. We're going to zero. I'm just here until the paychecks stop.
Well, speaking of going to zero, Ethereum, how you feeling about that guy? What's that? What'd you put it under this week?
I put it under 2,200,
Okay.
but I still think Bitcoin and Ethereum, you got to go with what has solidified its place as much as you can. I mean, hey, that's as safe as it gets. I'm sorry that like 37% that we were down, that's as safe as it gets in crypto. If you can't handle it, then I don't know, man. Maybe work at a pet store or something.
PetSmart, Petco.
I just saw you were yawning, so I was just going to see if I could make you laugh there. But love Ethereum under 2,200. Like we say every week, let's see what Q3 does. As far as, that proof of stake, we'll see what that does to the whole market. I also talked about Cardano and Solana. For me, I am comfortable with building an alternative to Ethereum, like have a bag of one of those. I got in a little earlier in Cardano, so we got Cardano under 60 cents. But what I was getting at is Solana's been on the top 10 like every week, and that's just because me and you, we love our Solana NFTs. Shout out to Big Cruising in Toronto, man. But yeah, we got Solana under $60, Cardano under 60 cents. Both of them staking between 4 and 7%. So yeah, I like both of those for the portfolio. And then when Ethereum does have its upgrade, we got Chainlink under $8.
Yeah. Ethereum gets that upgrade, dude. Chainlink, we'll feel the impact of it. But Solana and Cardano, man, that's the staking part of it is where it's so valuable right now. You got to think about how much you're able to buy now with, how much more you can buy with your dollar and how much percent you can earn on that dollar, and your money making you money. So Solana and Cardano, they should not be slept on. You got staking, what would we say, 5 to 7% on Solana, and then you got 5 to 7% or 4 to 6% on Cardano.
Cardano's like closer to 5%. But I mean, staking, and a lot of people say not nice things about Cardano, but a lot of people who have been in the game, they're like, do give it credit. It is proven that proof of stake can work and can operate. Oh, snap. The phone just dropped. Am I freaking alive still, dude? Is my face okay?
Yeah, you're still alive.
Evan just dropped his phone.
Stop yelling.
This guy's freaking crazy and he's tired, but you know what? It'll be okay because it's Memorial Day. We're doing it for the servicemen. Thank you, Link Marines, under $8. Battle tested. Zoom out. You'll be okay. $8 is one of my favorite plays right now. That just rhymed. I'm freaking awesome. I'm freaking awesome.
And wait, real quick. Speaking of being awesome, I think it's kind of awesome that Cosmos and Chainlink are like competing around the same price range. I said that in the last podcast, and I wanted to say that again. It'd be really cool to see these two compete against each other the next cycle. So they both have underlying tech that's going to help benefit the entire community and benefit not just crypto but other sectors of industry. So this is good stuff, man. I mean, we got great prices here.
And, during the first recording, I nailed it great. I was talking about, like, Atom was the play for me. I've always say whenever I give out that little Excel sheet, I'm like, hey, Cosmos is one of my favorite staking rewards, like from a price standpoint. I'm like, I love the price to percentage I get in return. I think we're sitting close to 18% on Exodus, and I've just been trying to make that clock go as fast as it can, or not the clock, but the amount of staking rewards. I'm like, let's see how fast it can go. That's kind of how I played Algorand when I first got into Algorand, and we got Algorand under 50 cents.
Yes. We're staking for 10%, and I remember when you first got started with me, Algorand was producing $1 a day for me. And I remember that was like, I really, when I noticed that, where I every day would click a button, I would get $1. And then when Algorand finally got its push upwards and went up to $2 a coin, I was like, damn, bro, now I got $2 a day, right? And now here we are, and I have much lower Algorand than I had back then, and that was because of the governance protocol. We didn't know what was going on, so now I'm building the bag back, and it's gonna be earning 10%. But I love being able to look at these things and go, all right, yeah, right now I only earn 50 cents, from that every 2 or 3 days. But it's like 50 cents I didn't have before, and it's going to compound on top, and it's going to be worth more later on down the road. So it's like you have to be a long-term thinker, and you have to be a visionary at this point. You have to see the light at the end of the tunnel, and that's where these staking plays, and you got 3 of the best staking plays on here. You got Cosmos, you got Solana, and you got Algorand. Those are 3 great, good projects that you can stake on and earn a nice little passive income from. There's
Right.
other plays out there, but I mean, we didn't even put Tezos on this one, but there's 4 projects right there. You can earn anywhere between 4 to 16% on your value.
Yep.
I mean, that's significant. So
It's no 1,000,000%, but I'll take it. But
That's
I
right.
like I said with Atom, I was like, I think I have an attachment to Atom. Pause. I always say Atom when you totally shouldn't because of vocabulary. But Cosmos, I'm like, yeah. I'm trying. Sorry, there was something going on. To be honest, there was a girl walking around without a top, basically, what was exactly going on. This is no cap. No cap. That's what I saw, dude. That's what I saw. And, of course, it was within my own borders, so don't worry, everybody. I'm not just a peeping Tom. But we're back to Cosmos, because what I was saying was I have an attachment, and I was like, we both agree. We're like, yo, Cosmos is going to 100, baby. I don't care what it looks like right now, because I was like, I don't know if I can sell any. Like, I'm just watching it stake, and now I'm putting myself in a position to where now I don't have to sell any of my foundation. I can keep a high rate coming in, and I can make a little cheddar along the way along to 100.
Check this out. Filecoin right now, its price is around the same price of what Cosmos is at, and Link, and Filecoin went up to $240. So if people want to say Cosmos isn't going to go to $100, I mean, yeah, you that have no faith, friend, come on now.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. So Filecoin, you're staking at 7.25%. You're getting this sucker under $10 right now. Filecoin, dude, don't sleep on it. There is just too much good stuff going on, man.
Yep.
And that could lead us into the next one, Zcash. I mean, there's just so much fundamental good news about Zcash that makes, I really like this list this week, man. Now that we're doing this again, getting round 2 at this guy.
That's what I was saying, because when I was making it, I was like, it's really tough. Like, you get away from the market, you come back, you're like, play it safe, Bitcoin and Ethereum, let's call it a day. Then I make this list every Saturday, and I'm like, God dang it. Like, do I really want to buy 10 cryptos right now when I feel like, who knows? We could be going down some more, and I'm still just going to be talking about prices, and I'm loving these prices. But, yeah, like you said, File and Zcash, these are both two markets that are unique, and they're leaders in it. We got Filecoin, decentralized data. We got Zcash for privacy. As crypto progresses, these are going to be very interesting topics, I could say. And I can tell you what it felt like being like, yo, Filecoin's only at $180 Should we scoop it?
Yeah, I remember those days.
Yeah.
I remember those days. I remember when it like went down to like 60 or something, went right back up to 100. I was like, oh, hell yeah, we're finally going back up. Here we are sitting under $10. Like, hey, guys, I can't tell you what's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
I'm okay.
So,
I live in Arizona. Everybody just thinks that I've been out in the sun too long. The guy on Twitter said, you're dreaming if you think Filecoin's going back. And I'm like, brother,
right.
I am living in a dream right now. Yeah, I'm insane. But
nightmare.
I'm buying Filecoin right now.
Earning 7.25.
100%. And that staking to us is new this run. Shout out to Gemini.
Hell yeah. Real quick, I know that this one is not part of Gemini and is part of a community that we're not all the way with. Compound, Coinbase. I get it. People aren't pro Coinbase. Why should we put the decentralization of borrowing and lending rates in the hands of Coinbase? I don't know, but I can tell you this. Compound is still a good project. Coinbase is still a good company, and they have offered good services to people to get invested in the crypto community. So Compound, I'm glad you threw that one on this week. I mean, boy, oh boy, bro, we're all the way to $911, and right now we're at $57. Compound is very, very valuable in my eyes, man. Watch what happens. People open their eyes. They're gonna look at the community, and again, cryptocurrency. They're gonna go, why was I not in? What was I thinking? Some of these prices, I mean, we're going to be looking at these projects going, oh my God. The shitty part is when we get into the marketing of this stuff and the voice of crypto projects and communities where they shoot themselves in the foot because they want to say something stupid, or they want to do, try to push out a dumb joke, and it just kind of like stifles their opportunity of growth. And Wi-Fi, we saw that this past week when they did that hentai image, and they got the cartoon grabbing her butt cheeks, and it's just like,
oh yeah, we like that.
Yeah.
Oh, did the internet hate it? I wasn't paying attention to that.
Well,
so did we not like it?
I mean, I think it was Moon Overlord. He's like, maybe Wi-Fi would have a better price if they would stop doing shit like this, and it's like, yeah, no, I agree with it. It's like,
no, don't be squeezing anime booties. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Wait till the meta at least.
Yeah, but what I mean by this point is just like we want to be taken seriously, but to the heart of cryptocurrency culture, it is not. It's not about conforming. It's not about being the nice guy. It's about being like. It's about tearing down the systems that take away so much from the little man. And it's like, Robinhood was supposed to be that stock exchange that represented that at one point, right? And then that whole GameStop situation happened. And then Dogecoin. And it's like, it's really tough to be out here, saying that cryptocurrency is silly or anything because, people forget when there's a united cause, people flock to that. That's how this country was made during one of the, craziest time periods under the British Empire. It's like, why do we doubt the strength of so many people coming together? So that's where we're at with crypto, dude. I'm excited. People are going to be missing their opportunity.
1,000%. And one last thing on Compound, you already touched on Robinhood. This is one of the few altcoins that they have on there. And when the euphoric feeling's back and every retail investor is like, hey guys, everybody's making money, this is probably when we should join. We got Compound. Their next level their next range is 159 to 230. So, I'm trying to dig into that 4X or something like that, whatever that is.
Unreal, man. I got a note from 2019 that said buy Compound under $200, and it was and I sent you that picture. It was written in bold letters in my notebook. And fast forward 2021, and it went up to $911 as an all-time high. And now we're back at $57. Look, this is the swings of the markets. This is the speculative nature. These are the things that people don't understand. The center of the culture of cryptocurrency is being a degenerate, okay? I look at this moment and I go, oh, heck yeah, dude. This is where I change my wealth. This is where I get another opportunity at opportunity, more success, and that's the market's blessed and they take it away. So, when they take away, and that I'll finish the same way I finished the last one. If there's one piece of advice that I could give anybody in this market right now, it's be grateful for all the little things. And being grateful for the little things at low times like this will make you more appreciative of the things you'll be receiving when the markets go upwards, and when you get your rewards from, or your returns from your investments, you'll be able to have a better idea of things to do with that money that will be more fulfilling. And I know that sounds silly, but it's like, giving's an important part, dude. And I feel like, that's the one thing cryptocurrency kind of forgets about, is the giving part. All these whitelist giveaways and crypto giveaways, join me, follow me, like my tweet. It's like, I think that's the only thing we kind of lack on is really, being more down to earth sometimes at moments like these. It's cool. Like we talked about last week, BitLord, he steps up, during tough times. That's the kind of shit that we want to see. Be humble right now, support one another and keep rooting for one another, teach people about cryptocurrency. Don't be scared just because this shit got tough, so.
Blood, sweat, and tears, homie, I am made of it. We didn't go on a rant like we did. Man, they'll never hear it. But blood, sweat, and tears, that's what we're doing right now. So like we said before, this is where you should be working the hardest, and you have lessons to be learned, and you can look at your portfolio and reflect on it and say, what can I do better? And moving forward, we just keep it moving. Time after time, we get back up and find a way.
Time.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Time after time. I don't know any other words, but I know that.
Yeah, literally, that's the only thing.
Boom, and that's how we're singing. We're singing you to sleep.
And that's the outro.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Shout out to yep. But I like what we said before. Too easy crypto built off crypto gains, so it works.
It works. But
it works.
Shout out to Easy Tyler.
Shout out to Easy Tyler. And if you don't like it, look at Taylor Swift again. She said, suck it. Swifties have our back. Let's go.
Let's go.
Happy Memorial Day. Happy, whatever you say. Happy Memorial Day. Thank you for your service.
That's right.
From the fry cooks to the front lines.
To the front of house, to the back of house, and to our military. Happy Memorial Day.
All right. Love you.
Love y'all. Bye.
Bye.